Alright, welcome back. Bit of a nightmare start to this video. I've tried starting this video 3 times. The first time, I was driving around speaking and the card wasn't in the camera. Second time, the camera just cut off. So now, this is the third time, so we'll see how it goes. Today, I'm going to answer a few of your comments, because a few of you had some questions and suggestions, and I'm going to answer them and talk about them. I wanted to say thank you, because I was quite surprised at how the video went down. I wasn't sure how people would take to the car rather than the bike, because you subscribed to watch me ride my bike, but to see me drive a car rather than a bike, you were quite happy, and I want to thank you for that. One thing that quite a lot of you are interested in is this little tattoo on my hand. It's a swallow, and someone wanted to know like the meaning behind it and stuff, and there isn't really much meaning behind it. It's I just really like traditional tattoos, and there's nothing more like traditional than a swallow, because that's like the most traditional thing. But I like the placement. But someone also asked how I got a tattoo at 17. I'm not 17 anymore. I turned 18 in March, which was like last month or 2 months, something like that. So yeah, I got this when I was 18. But a lot of you are interested in this one, but I think more of you will be interested in this one. This one is my own design. I drew this myself. I've got a picture of it. Let me get a picture up. There we are. I don't know how well you can see that. It might just see a reflection, but yeah. This tattoo is my own design. I drew this myself, and just got the tattoo artist to stencil around it. Have it on my arm. That's the meaning behind this one. But I honestly, I don't think you should have meaning behind them unless you're getting it because you have a meaning behind it. But people always say like, oh, I don't want to get a tattoo because I can't find any meaning behind them. But I just think, just get a tattoo. If you like tattoos, just get tattoos. That's what I think. That's why I've got mine. I don't really have meaning behind mine, but I just like tattoos. That's the meaning behind mine. Some of you suggested that I should mount my camera, say like on a suction mount on the window screen, or like here or something. But I'm not. I like the idea, but I'm not keen on it. The only reason is because when I was on my bike, my GoPro was attached to me, and like you could see my head movements when I was turning and stuff, and you felt like you was seeing what I was seeing. And I think if it's mounted on the dashboard, you're not gonna get that feel. Like you're not gonna see me. You're not gonna see movement of like my person or my hands and stuff. So the reason I've got a chest mount is so you can see my hands turning and my legs moving and stuff. So it's like you're seeing what I'm seeing again. If you get what I mean. Like, I could try the suction cup, but I just feel like it wouldn't be like as personal. Like I feel like if I mounted my GoPro on just like the front of my bike and rode around, like it wouldn't be as interesting as it was on my helmet. But we'll try. We can only try, can't we? Also, the reaction to me coming back and doing videos was amazing as well. The amount of people that said you missed me, the amount of people that were happy that I'm back. It's just really nice. Oh, I'm sweating. Hang on. Quite warm today, actually. Funny thing, actually, this is where I first learnt to ride my scooter. Well, properly. It's like a car park. It's like a 3-tier car park, and I learnt to ride around it and stuff. This is where I first properly learnt how to ride. Quiet around here, it's nice. Scenic as well. Yeah, a lot of you were very happy to see me back, and that made me happy. That inspired me a lot to make more videos. So thank you for that. Some people asked if I still have my scooter. Yeah, I do have my scooter. It's under a sheet in bits at the minute. So until I can get someone to fix it or try and learn how to do it myself, then that's how it's going to stay for the meantime. A lot of you were quite willing to offer to lend me your bikes, which I'm fine with. We'll have to think more about it, but that would be cool. Riding around on subscribers' bikes, it could be like a thing. It'd be quite funny. I never actually mentioned what car I have in the last video. It's a Renault Clio, Clio Campus 1.2, 2008, and I actually really like it. Like, I wasn't so keen on it at first because it wasn't the car that I wanted, but now that I've been driving around and I've sort of made it my own, with like all the stainless covers and the gear stick cover and the feet pads and things. I really like it. It's a good little runner, and it doesn't sound too bad either. I don't know if you'll be able to hear it, but I'll give it a rev. Don't know if you heard that, but it doesn't sound too bad like some cars do, and it's quite nippy. You can get up to good speeds in it, and it's easy to learn to drive. The clutch is nice, changing gears is nice, third gear is nice, because like in my instructor's car you had to really push it into third, but this you can just sort of just glide it in. It's all down to personal preference really. Someone asked if I would recommend it. Yeah, I would recommend it. It's a good car. It's spacious. I've had friends in the back, and my other friends got a Seat Ibiza, and they were saying how it's much more spacious in the back, even though that car's bigger than mine. So, what do you know? But the boot space is good, it runs well. I can't really fault it, to be honest. When I was asking what sort of videos I should do next, a few of you would just like, do anything. So, would that be alright? Because I know this channel is based around motovlogging and stuff like that, but what about sort of day in the life sort of videos, short little films? Remember, like I made that scooter video ages ago, stuff like that. Photography videos, like tutorials. I'm not sure. I don't know how many of you are into photography. On the topic of photography, that's what I'm going to study at university. And some of you are quite happy to hear that I would do videos of like the facilities and stuff. And some people even asked like to do videos of like going out and and skipping lectures and stuff. That was funny. I enjoyed reading your comments on that video. It was quite amusing. Someone suggested to do like a price comparison between running a car and a bike, and I will do that. That's a good idea, but it's going to take like a lot of maths. So I'll have to really sit down and sort of calculate it all and talk about it. But that's an interesting idea, because if you're like 17 and you want to get a bike, or you don't know whether to get a bike or a car, it'd be good to know what's more cost effective for you. I mean, in the long run, a car is going to be a lot more expensive. I mean, I fill up like at least once every 2 weeks. At least. It has been more. Like, I have filled up in the morning, been driving all day, and then filled up again the same night, which is £20 a day. But that was only once. That's only happened once so far. But I mean, the insurance is sky high compared to a bike. The tax is also high compared to a bike. I mean, the car is going to be a lot more expensive, but it's what do you want? Do you want to be able to carry people around with you, or you just want to ride on your own? It's all, again, it's just personal preference and what you're willing to pay. I mean, if you want to get a bike for now, and then save up for a car and stuff like that, I mean, do that. I mean, that's the sort of thing that I did. I got my bike till I got a car, but then I sort of fell in love with my bike and wanted to get another bike. So that'll probably happen to you, but it's all basically personal preference. I mean, get a bike for now. It's cheap and it's easy transport. It gives you the independence that you want, and then get a car later when you've got the money, or after you finish university. Like, I got my car quite early. A lot of my friends aren't getting cars until they finished university, because this is going to be sat on my driveway. Not insured, not taxed, sort of sawn off the road, but not like scrapped. Because I'm going to have to insure it, because there's no point paying insurance for a car I'm not going to be driving. But the way I saw it is, I'm going to get used to the car. I'm going to learn how to drive on my own, and I'm going to have about a year's no claims afterwards, because I haven't had any incidents yet. Well, any serious incidents. I haven't bumped my car yet. I haven't knocked into anything or anyone. I consider myself to be quite a good driver. My car does have a black box in it. A black box is something that gets fitted into your car. It measures how fast you're going. It measures your revs, how harsh and stuff your braking is. It's for young drivers. Without a black box, my insurance was going to be like £4,500. But at the minute, because I've got the black box, it's 1,000. No, it's oh, I've forgotten. It's £1,400. So it's quite a difference. And basically, the black box sends all the information of your driving to the insurance company that you're with, to give them an idea of how, whether you're like a rubbish driver, reckless driver sort of thing. And if you are, they'll know to put your insurance up or to kick you off the policy. But if you're driving sensibly, then they'll keep you on the policy and give you like discounts and stuff, and they give you like cash back and stuff. But at the minute, mine's broken, so I can do whatever the fuck I want. It's not picking up any readings. I phoned them up and they tried to accuse me of speeding, going 42 in a 30. So I brought them up on it, and they haven't actually got any readings. So they were trying to get me done for speeding when they didn't have any readings at all. So I don't know how they did that. Probably just like a money thing in it. But I brought them up on it. They apologised. They said they got sorted as soon as they can. This was a month ago almost. I mean, I'm not bothered. I'm not getting monitored. I'm not feel like I'm being watched anymore, so I'm not bothered. I mean, not like I rag my car about, not like I speed and stuff, but when I have my black box, I feel like I'm being watched, sort of thing. And it's nice to feel like you're not being watched, if you get what I'm saying. I feel like quite a few of you would appreciate like a walk around my car, so I'll go do that. So yeah, Clio Compass 1.2. I have got like some hood caps on, because if you get alloys, it like bumps your insurance up, and I don't really want to pay much more yet. So I've got some hood caps on just to sort of substitute alloys for now. But really, I just wanted to, I don't know, talk about my tattoos, answer a few of your questions and comments and things. What's your opinion on tattoos? Because a lot of people don't want to get them because they don't have meanings and stuff, but I want to know your opinions, whether you care about meaning, whether you're the same as me, whether you just get tattoos because you like tattoos. But it would be interesting to hear your input. I was actually going to come take some pictures around here, but I left my camera battery at home. I took my camera battery out to charge it, and I actually left it at home. That's a bit of a bummer. Right. I know you want it, so I'll give you it. I'm going to go for a little drive. I'm only going to go for a drive home, but a lot of you want to know how to drive a car, so the pedals, you can't really see. The pedals, it goes clutch, brake, accelerator. So it's C, B, A. Like, can't be arsed. So to change gear, have your foot on the clutch, press right down, and then put it into gear. It will not go into gear if your foot is not on the clutch. It'll make like a grinding noise, and it won't go into gear. So always keep your foot on the clutch when in gear, or else you'll pull it up and your car will try to go, but it'll stall. That's if your handbrake's on. So I'm just going to reverse RV and now, handbrake off, and then clutch up slowly, accelerator on. This isn't a really detailed video, like a detailed tutorial. I'll do a detailed one if you want me to, like how to properly like drive, and I could do like different, like I could do manoeuvres and things. But this isn't like a proper video on how to drive. It's just like a quick tutorial. So I'm still in first gear. I've got my foot gently pressed on the accelerator. And then for going down hills, just have your foot lightly on the brake. Can you hear my car sort of revving up now? So I'm going to turn you into second gear. And now the revs go down. So the higher gear you're in, I mean the lower gear you're in, meaning like first. First is for like pulling off and going very slow. You don't stay in first when you're going like 30 miles an hour, because you're going to use a lot of revs. And using a lot of revs means you're going to use a lot of fuel. So that's why I usually drive around in fourth. What's this car doing? He's staying there or? No idea. So yeah, when you come to a stop, clutch down, indicate, depending on which way you're going. And can I go? Yeah. Well, technically, yeah, I could because he was turning in there. Yeah, I usually drive around in fourth, depending on where I am. If I'm on a flat, I'll drive around in fourth, but if I'm going up a hill, I'll stay in third. Because, so this is your rev counter, and this is your speedometer, your speedo. So right now I'm going like 25, because there's some cars fly down here, and there's obviously cars on the other side, so you never know. So I've got to get right in now, see this van. So I'll stay at this speed up here. Your revs, I'm on about 1,800 revs at the minute. That means my rev belt is spinning 1,800 times a minute. It's revs per minute, RPM. And the higher revs you use, the more fuel you use. So that's a little tip. If you'd like a more detailed video like about my car, how much fuel I use, how if you want to know how to drive a car, I can make videos on that as well. And if you want videos on how like cars work and things, like I just described like the rev counter and things, I'll make them on that as well. But bear in mind, I'm not like a mechanic. I don't know like overly too much about cars. I just know the odd bit because I drive. I'll try and squeeze in here now. And if you're on your driving lesson and you've been told to park up, it doesn't matter how many attempts you try as long as you get in. That's the thing I worry about. Also, another tip for your lesson is put your foot on the accelerator more. Like, it sounds a bit reckless, but I used to always stall because I didn't give it enough revs. Like when it comes to like clutch control and things. Clutch control is one of the hardest things to learn on your test, and it's basically where you hold your foot on the clutch and the accelerator, and it keeps you still, like stationary. And you can like, if you push your clutch down, you move forward. You push your clutch down, you move backwards. You pull your clutch up more, you move forward. So it's like edging forwards and things. It's for like junctions and for like hill starts and things. So when you're doing clutch control, use more revs than you think you need to, because if you put your foot down and your foot's on the clutch, you're not going to shoot off. You're just going to rev until you pull your clutch up slowly. That's when you'll start to move. And if you pull your clutch up really fast, you'll stall. So you're not going to shoot off anyway. Pull it up nice and slowly, like so. Put your foot down, revs. Clutch up, you're going to pull off nice and slowly. So don't worry about shooting off when you put your foot right down. Don't put it to the floor, obviously. Just give more revs than you think you need, because if not, I think you'll stall. Like I did that. I was doing my hill start, and I was doing clutch control. But when it came to actually pulling off, I stalled because I didn't give it enough revs. I didn't put enough like fuel into the engine. I didn't put my foot on the accelerator enough, so I stalled. So if I could go back and do my lessons now, the one thing I'd change is I'd put more revs on. Definitely. It gives you more of a chance of not stalling. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. Bit different. I wasn't really driving as much. It was just more of a talking video. But let me know if you want to see anything. Let me know what you think I should do. I could do gaming videos, I guess. I don't know. Gaming videos, photography tutorials, car tutorials, how to like maintain and stuff. Just let me know whatever you want to see. Yeah.